Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Olumoyowa Ipimo, convener of Create, and today is the grand finale of Create 2025. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8. Oh my God. All thanks be to God. I'm excited. I think you should be as well because now we're entering into our new year. Our new year sorted and settled. It's been a journey from day one, and today is the day the Lord has made. We will all rejoice and be glad in it. I'm very excited. I'm trying to curtail my joy. I'm just happy. I don't know. I'm a happy person naturally, but I'm excited about today. The 8th of December 2025. Before I go into today's dose of inspiration, I will take a quick recap from day one, how we started on the 1st of December. Like yesterday already. Like yesterday, we talked about light, how God said, let there be light, and there was light. Between verse 1 and verse 3 of Genesis chapter 1, how we understood and agreed that that light wasn't the luminance or any of the luminaries. It wasn't the moonlight, it wasn't the sunlight, it wasn't the star rays that the Bible recorded that God's talking about. It was a revelational knowledge. The sort of light that you describe your mind being enlightened. Can you enlighten me on that matter? Exactly. That's the light that God was talking about. I further said that you might be having a conversation with a friend or a sister or a brother or your parents or your teacher, and you don't understand what you're saying, and you all of a sudden say, "Oh, I see." Now, light has been introduced into that subject matter. You have a better understanding. Now you know knowledge, know what he or she is talking about. So we established that is the light, and that was the first thing that God did. Since we're learning the ways of God, how He created the earth, and for us to take a cue and learn how to create our own earth, our own year. So we established the need for us to primarily learn to get light from heaven. The knowledge of what to do, how to do what to do. You have to know first. You have to know what direction am I going? Because if you run the wrong direction, no matter how fast you are, it is futility. So we explained that. And the second day, we talked about the being of nomenclature. I don't know if you remember being of nomenclature, how we also established that as we are co-creators, God in His infinite wisdom, creating the earth, everything He created, He named. In fact, He was calling them forth. Barak Brashit, calling things to be from nothing, creating and producing things from nothing. Don't forget, the program is Create, a New Year crossover retreat program. A New Year crossover retreat program for you and I to create the world, the life that was designed for us. I said yesterday, I said God put this program together so that we can better our life. We can enjoy the best in our life. And I said, what does it mean when I say that? It's time. Life is time. So every year that's time. So every year you get it right, you better your life. Dr. Mike Murdoch says, get your day right, you get your life right. Get your day right, get your life right. So before you begin to give it a daily breakdown, you want to look at that year, then break it, then you have the breakdown structures into small packages, how to manage it. So that was day 2 of being of communication, that you don't call your situation what they are, like God. Like God. He saw the darkness and called forth light. He saw tohu bohu, void, darkness, disorderliness, but He made it to come out to be what He wants it to be. I said, you are like God, I'm like God, because He created in His likeness and image. I went further to establish that fact that if we are acting God, because He has called us to be like Himself. So we're not doing anything out of the ordinary. That is the design. That's how we were designed for the prototype. Day three, we took it further and deeper to systemization of creation, where we're able to say, fine, I have the knowledge from God. I've got the knowledge from God. I know I have an idea of what to do. I've named it, I called it forth. Then there is a way, there's a process. I said this is a physical side of it. The Bible says work without faith is dead. Faith without work is dead. So I would say in similitude, the first 2 days we're catching it spiritually, but from day three, day four, day five, we were talking about how to get the process down, run the process, and make it user friendly to the earth, to this realm. I remember saying to you that if you have pound sterling, it is the legal tender in England. But leaving England to China, to India, you will not be able to spend pound sterling, even though pound sterling is right. One of the strongest currencies in the world, if not the strongest one. But there's no pound sterling, it's just that you need to convert. So when you receive what you receive from above, I call them downloads, what to do, what to expect, how, then you need to stay, tarry more to know how to run it. Processes, documenting, implementing, all of those things were the things we talked about systemization of creation. And then on the sixth day, we talked about dominion. Woo! Dominion is not something, we cannot exhaust that topic, dominion, because that is who you are. You have been created to this domain. Earth is your domain. And the Bible says you are a royal priesthood. You are a king on earth. That is why your God is the King of kings. 1, 2, 3. We're all kings. He gives us domain here on earth. In this domain, then we all have different spheres. In career, in engineering, all of us can't be engineers, all of us can't be doctors. Then you have your sphere in this same domain, but you are a king here on earth. That is whom He has called you to be. A dog does not give birth to a goat. A goat does not give birth to a dog. It is a life principle that there must be identical, same gene offspring. That is how God encoded it from the beginning. So dominion was what we talked about on the 6th. And I said, for you to be able to create something, you require that you know who you are. Because even Jesus, when He was going, after being risen from death, they asked Him questions, who are you? As recorded in Psalms by King David, they lift up when you get. Say, who is the King of glory? So the earth, the elements, they will ask you, who are you? Paul will know, George will know, who are you? So that's, you have to know who you are. Your identity in Christ. I'm a God upon the earth. I'm a son of the Most High God. I am He who died with Christ, buried with Christ, rose with Christ, ascended with Christ, and now I'm seated at the right hand of God, far above, prosperity and power. You have to know that identity so that you are able to use that power. You see, knowledge is power. You're able to know that knowledge, have that knowledge to empower you to enforce and compel things to answer to you here on earth. That's dominion. That's dominion. To be able, say, unto the kingdom of this world become the kingdom of the Lord. You are the one to make the kingdom of this world become the world. Because you have empowered, you compel those things. And yesterday, day 7, which happens to be a Sunday, isn't that lovely coincidence? So day 7 was yesterday, and we were able Yesterday was a short message because it was too deep. So I just needed to put it out there and trust that the Spirit will, unravel things in your mind. Yesterday was perfection, rest, perfecting of creation. Rest, perfecting of creation. Rest, perfecting of creation. I said you cannot be perfected until you enter rest. Seven is not perfection, complete cycle. But that cycle is not complete until you enter rest. I said you have to believe the finished work of Christ in the spiritual side of things for you to enter rest. And I also said, even in the physical, you need rest, for God ceased from work and rested. I said, if you keep running your engine, revving it on gear one, you will knock the engine. Once your gear cracks and your engine is down, you're going nowhere until it's fixed. So you are required to also rest. I went further to say recreation, because this is create. How to be ready to create, you need to recreate yourself, because you are dispensing your energy, you are dispensing, you are vibing, you also need to take a time of like this in a retreat and take also from your source, just like a phone. You use it, you charge it, or your car. You use it, you charge it. You use it up, you charge it. You for your car, you run it out. So that is what we said about yesterday. Now today, I don't know how much time I have left. Today is day 8. Day 8 means a lot of things. In fact, it's so much. After this, we want to put all of this together and I'll find a way to print this book so that it can be, it can really help people that are interested. Everybody should be interested to pick up the book and read, because it is needed. It is needed for this my generation, honestly. So today is creation continuum. Creation continuum. This is getting very interesting. What's a continuum? A continuum is a continuous, unbroken sequence or range where adjacent elements blend seamlessly. Adjacent elements blend seamlessly, making it hard to distinguish separate parts, even though the extremes are very different. The extremes are very different, but they run seamlessly. They flow. You can't tell what is what and when is what. It's a continuum. Don't worry. Don't rack your brain too much. I'll break it down. It's a smooth transition. A smooth transition. You can't tell when it has changed. How did a baby that you could not see as a sperm becomes an adult that you give in marriage after 21, 23 years? How? The sperm you could not see, and the young lady that gave to, they don't look alike in any way. Yet it's the same thing. Smooth transition. You can't tell the difference. It's about a thing that exists on a scale. Great. Growth. Growth. Or death. They're not distinct. They're not distinct. And I was able to define continuum. I'm going somewhere in the next few minutes in the scripture. First, 2 Corinthians 3:18. But we all, with open face, beholding, open face, say one, beholding as in a glass the glory of our Lord, we are changed in the same image from glory to glory, even by the Spirit of the Lord. Being created in the image, I told you it's continuum. There are two different things, but they're the same thing. Two different things, but the same thing. Different scenario, different situation, like a talk, talk, force, talk is type of force, different force in the same direction, something like that. So being created in the image of God, it is like the stamping of a coin. Don't forget, this today is taking everything that we have been talking about, putting it together. Because it will take knowledge for you to realize who you become. Now, a coin that is blank, you want to turn it to penny or to naira or to CD or to cedi, you need to stamp it. You stamp the image you want on it. That's what happens to us. You see, we are created in the image. So God brings us up, wash us the oil, refine it, then stamp it to it to become like. I don't have much time again. We are created by beholding him in his glory to become like him. So in the physical, we are looking at him in his word. There's a stamp onto that particular blunt coin to create the image of God. It won't be impressed on by the image of God. Unveiling means as is putting you in fire, is removing those things, pruning you and everything. You know what I mean. Pruning you, removing the pebbles so that it can be a fine, beautiful coin individually. Number 8 symbolizes new beginning. So we've started a new year now. It's a new beginning. It's a new beginning. We've started a new year now. A new beginning. New beginning for you. Because we call it so. Thank God for 2025. As we look to 2026, I'm telling you, for me, I heard, it's my year of crowning. It's my year of enthronement. It's my year of goodly goings. That's what I'm calling it for. So 8, and it is create. And you see, everything is in everything. Everything is in everything. Create. We create something. 8 is number of new beginning. Is the number of resurrection, salvation, often linked with emergence after perfection. So after the complete circle of perfection, then there's a new beginning. There's a new life that springs forth, and then it keeps going on and on, forever and ever. Continuum. Is it coming together? Continuum. So continuum in creation in continuum. Noah's family, 8 people were preserved to start a new birth. Do you think it's a coincidence? The new covenant of 8 days circumcision, God wanted to start a new set of people. 8 days, circumcise your son. A new order signifying moving beyond completion to a new, greater reality, like the Feast of Tabernacles of the 8th day. The Beatitudes, 8. So for us now, number 8 is so associated with concept of continuum by its shape, representing infinity, no beginning, no end. So this create thing, like my friend said last time, it's not just a yearly thing, it's a lifestyle. Don't restrict yourself with time. Don't let what made you to fall down keep your back on the ground. 2025 is gone, 26 is coming. New. He give us, he said, day by day, he give us new day, new grace, new mercy, new day. So you have to have that idea. Everything is, there is no time in the spirit. It is only here that God puts time to put structure for us. So if you're in the spirit, there is nothing to worry about. You've not gotten the news. It is coming to you. That's why they say karma. That's why they say things that come around, goes around. Because we are all in a continuum. So if you fail to put the right thing in the conveyor belt at point A, and you still have it, because it's still going to come to you, be ready for the next time to put it in the right time. New beginnings in sequence. In some spiritual biblical context, it signifies new beginning. I've said that before. and completion of 7. This implies an endless sequence of cycles and new phases rather than single endpoints. This concept explains life in itself, an unending dusk of day and dawn of the morning. A scale God has called day and night to cause order from the original void he met. So creation was in the beginning. He created creators, hence inferring a notion to be continued, inferring the notion of creation to be continued by his co-creators. As well again. In conclusion, creation, so God created creation in the beginning and created creators in his creation, inferring a notion, if you permit me, that the creation that the creators in his creation will continue the work of creation. The creation, the creator in his creation can continue the work of creation, continual creation. This is very 30 minutes won't do it. So I'm just rushing, forgive me. But I'm telling you, I'll put this document across where I can really, really break it down and you're gonna love it. We are required to carry on the works of creation. First, we conform to the state of the art. We have to conform to him first. That's why Apostle Rocco was saying how he wishes that it's Apostle Rocco, the pastor, said how he wishes that there was an offspring before Adam sinned. Oh, Dr. David. He said from the word go of the prototype was already born. Adam was birthed. Adam was already born. So the need for a new conformity to the new Adam that was not born, Jesus Christ, is what we're talking about here. Did you get that? The first prototype Adam, the first Adam, before he could have an offspring, his system was blocked by the sin of rebellion. God had to make provision through Jesus Christ to create a new prototype. A new prototype that is unbugged, that is pure, that is clean, that we cannot conform to as creators. In order to be able to create like him, we need to conform to him, become like him, realize ourselves in him, have our life in him, so that we can always have a new beginning. When you say it is new beginning, it is new beginning. When you say it is new beginning, it's new beginning. When you say it's new beginning, it's new beginning. It is continual creation. Creation continuum. Don't let anybody tell you, oh, you missed that sentence. Creation continuum is you are empowered to make sure and to work it out that way. Spread past my time. It's the last day, the grand finale of Creating 25. I want to thank everyone that has helped to put this together. Taiwo Shibodu, Eva Ferrara, my wife, Oleo, my children, who are the technical, everybody. Thank you so much. Timmy, everyone, thank you for the love, the fellowship. I pray that God will continue. Next year is going to be bigger and better. Most likely we're going to have a destination next week. Next year for this, where we'll all be together and we'll do a live streaming and we're able to fellowship and put energy together. And it's going to be great. And God will be praised and you'll be blessed. Thank you so much, guys. See you again, great next year. Cheers. Bye.
Bye.